G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back to the Los Angeles Class 688 attack submarine and our continuing endless patrol. Although apparently not endless completely. I have been watching up with the comments in the comment section, and apparently there is actually a limit to how long this will run for. It's time-based, not tonnage-based. So eventually we will start getting missions again. I'm just not entirely sure when. I reckon this is going to be a trawler. So we've located our first submarine. I'm just trying to quickly identify everything else that is inside of the area. Yeah, that looks on the money. Merchant.
02 is classified as merchant.
Same. Just got to work out exactly what everything is here. I think we're going to have a lot of surface ships.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Actually, is it really? No, it's not. That's a trawler. Where is it? I know it's in here. There it is.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as
That is also a
merchant.
trawler. That is not. Alright, so we've identified a submarine here, and it is a bit of a rare one. It's a Mike. Now, I don't know a huge amount about this thing. I do know
Con sonar Sierra
that
3 is
there was only
classified
one
as
of them
merchant.
built, and it sunk. But I don't know much else about it. But test depth, 4,101 feet. Now, I'm not even sure our torpedoes can get down that deep without crushing. So if that thing runs for the bottom, we are not going to get it. Actually, speaking of which, where is the bottom here? Okay, there isn't a bottom. See, on that graph, this beastie can get all the way down here. We can't get much beyond about 14 to 1500 without risking popping, and it can get down to 4,000, so this could be an interesting one to try and sink. I'll get the towed array out, because I want a better idea of exactly where this thing is before I do anything. Give it 5 degrees left, start heading towards that trawler. Ah, that's right, we can't yet. Okay, in that case.
Come left to 270 helm I.
Still above the thermal layer. Thermal layer is at 159, so let's just go to 100 feet. 100 should be sufficient, I think. We're too close to the surface to get the towed array out. So I just want to bring us out nice. So I might manually bring us down to like 140. So we're just above the thermal layer.
Passing 100 feet.
30 down, passing 100. It's 110. Towed array is now deploying. Yep, we'll level it out there. So yeah, 31 knots, so it's about as fast as our Los Angeles is. But she can go significantly deeper, and 8,000 tons. She is a big girl, and she'll be having all the nasty torpedoes. She's actually an 80s boat. So in 1984, which is when this campaign is based, she is less than a year old. She's about as new as they come. I think she sunk in 89. She had a fire on board, or something happened along those lines, and she wound up going down. And I don't think she was ever recovered, actually. I don't think. I read about her ages ago, so I don't recall to 100%. I'm pretty sure they know exactly where she is, but she's in really deep water. They can't reliably get to her. They can't recover her. And, like, they know what sunk her, but, yeah. Alright, so 7.1. On a 69, 70%. Damn it, I was about to say nice. 70% solution, 7.1. Being this new, she's gonna hear us launch. She is definitely gonna hear us launch. There's not much we can do about that. I'm gonna pull the towed array in. Let's give it a couple of seconds, and I'm actually gonna turn directly towards her. There's no way. Yeah, there is no way that we are not going to get canified here. There is no way that we're not playing Dodge the Torpedoes. So
Come right to 347 Helm I.
we can play Dodge the Torpedo on its terms, or we can play it on ours. 6.8 to target. Basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spread fire 3 torpedoes with tracking on, and then we're going to go to flank and we're going to charge. We're going to drop a countermeasure as we start the charge, and my hope is, actually we may not drop the countermeasure straight away, but we'll drop a countermeasure early and then we'll start dropping countermeasures every couple of seconds, although we've only got 13 left on board, which is a bit concerning to do this with. And hopefully we can chain the torpedoes into the countermeasures. I'd rather not have to pop off a Moss unless I have to here. 6.6 to target. She'll be firing soon. Like, she's new. There is no way known that she's not going to be able to hear us. 85%. We've got a location. There she is. Actually, it's not a bad looking boat, is she? She's a little boxy on the conning tower, but what's she got going on the sides here? They look like bulges, but then you actually look at them and they're not really. As I say, with bulges out the side, she would look really nice. Kind of like a nuclear powered Kilo, really.
Steady course.
Because that's actually probably the hull she's based on. That's probably not what she looks like in real life anyway. And she's turning. I reckon she's picked us up. She smells us. Alright, so it's 7.5 confirmed range to target. I want to let this get close. Launch at 6.5. Or the second she launches. And I'm not going to be doing any fancy off-site shooting on this one. This is going to be all torpedoes directly at target with short-range activators on them. Still doing 10. 7 kiloyards to target. Trawler up on the surface right now, who has no idea the hull that's about to break loose directly below him at the moment. Poor guy's just doing his fishing. 6. So I might see if we can get it down to 6 before we fire. Yeah, let's go for another half kiloyard before we actually engage. Give it as little time as possible to react to these torpedoes, because if it dives, I don't think we can get to it. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the torpedoes actually have a crush depth in this, and if it can get to 4,000 feet, I'm pretty sure our torps can't actually go that deep, so... One. Wait for the tick. Torpedo 1 away. Torpedo 2 away. Torpedo 3 away.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Yeah, I bet she is. I absolutely have no doubt that she is. Set up a bit of a fan here. To flank, change depth to 400. There goes the first wire.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 316. Contact faded.
Going active.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 307. Contact faded.
She shouldn't clear the cones. There goes 2. And she shouldn't clear the detection cones of these torpedoes. Alright. Now her torpedo should be popping up in a second, so countermeasure is away. And there goes the third wire. It is a little annoying how the camera position will pick up the sounds even when you're on the 3D map.
Maneuvering, making turns for 309.
Now, here's the trick. Am I going to get underneath these torpedoes before these torpedoes activate? Two have turned off and picked up. Now, all three have acquired target.
Noisemaker bearing 342.
Direction change here and just turn head directly towards this torpedo.
Torpedo in the water.
No.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 033.
Question is, are we going to get past this one? Countermeasure away. Looks like we've dodged one, but only one. Now, hopefully this one will turn left and not right. If it turns left, it might pick up this countermeasure and we may actually be good. If it turns right, we'll be dodging. It's turning right. Yep, it's turning right. Amazingly, the mic isn't actually trying to dive, it's sitting above the layer. automatically reacquired to us, and this one is ignoring the closer countermeasure and is looking straight onto us. Which is expected behavior at this point. So full dive, ballast down, maintain speed, and it's time to do donuts. So that's torpedo 1 dodged. Looks like that one's actually picked up the countermeasure, which is something. I'm going to chase the torpedo here and try and get underneath this one. It looks like they're both heading for the countermeasure, which is nice. Never mind, that one reacquired me and is managing to dive down really fast. God, I wish my Mark 48s were that good. Well, it looks like a... No, just turns away from the mic before the mic drops countermeasure. Wow. Also going to get one in the front though. Nope, the mic dodges it. Torpedo misses, Mark 48 misses. Hey, one of them actually hit. Now maybe if this one comes back around and actually detects the target, we'll actually sink it. We won't have to dodge any more torpedoes. Alright, let's go for the surface this time. So, ballast full up, hard right rudder, and full on the planes. Countermeasure away. Come on, 48, sink something. Looks like one of the torpedoes, either they're both... No, looks like one of the torpedoes has... destructed at this point. Full dive. Oh no, it's both torpedoes are moving so close to one another that you can't tell them apart. That actually was kind of cool to see. Oh, and my Mark 48 has somehow managed to detect my countermeasure and not the submarine that it was hunting, because of course it did. For anybody watching who thinks I'm being salty at the moment, and I'm really not, like I understand this is how the difficulty level in Cold Waters works, but who was sort of a little upset that I mentioned that this will probably be the end of my Cold Waters coverage here. This campaign is probably going to be the end of it. Take a look at what is happening here. This is what I've had to mod the game to, and the difficulty level I have to run it at, to the point where my own torpedoes are more dangerous to me when they're fired than the enemy that they're right on top of, for me to actually find a challenge these days. And I will say, it's not fun. Like, seeing this it's expected. I accept it, because it's how the mod works. But there is nothing here that isn't absolutely ludicrous when you actually think about it at all. This is why. This is what I have to do simply to make Cold Waters not boring. And this is why I'm going to end the coverage here, because I would rather end it while I'm still happy with the game. If I have to start going beyond this, I'll begin to despise Cold Waters. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Now, the worst part about my torpedo being on me is that torpedo's probably got about 10 minutes worth of life left in it at this point. So... Notice the Russian torpedoes don't detect that countermeasure, but mine does. Now hopefully that means the next Russian one is about to die as well. They'll both launch at about the same time. There it goes. Ah, nope, mine has actually redetected the countermeasure and is going back that way. That's good. So now I can go to quiet. Whoa, what the... I should probably get back to the surface really quickly before I self-destruct. Up, 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 up. All the ups. I didn't realize how deep I got then.
Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
That was well below crush depth.
100 feet. Passing a brake ship for ultra quiet.
Alright, let's be very quiet here for the moment, while I check to see what the hell is going on.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Why do I have 2 moths loaded? No, I want another Mark 48. Stop following the countermeasures.
Maneuvering, making turns for 5.
Again, I've got to rock this manually at the moment because it will just snap straight back to the countermeasure, ignoring the mic and everything else. I'm going to call it now. That torpedo is going to reacquire me even though I'm at 5 knots and being quiet. That was about to switch back to the other countermeasure, and then it switched back to this countermeasure when it was launched. And there we go, yep. My torpedo has done a 180 and detected me. Does not detect the mic, of course.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Total waste of a moss here, but I just don't want to have to dodge this. And that was my torpedo, my Mark 48, imploding.
Make turns for 30 knots.
Yep, because it's at 2,700 feet, so I actually can't shoot it at the moment. My torpedoes just don't go deep enough. I literally cannot attack this mic. So it's been hit by a torpedo, it's at 2,700 feet, and there is nothing that I can do about it.
Sonar regained contact on 02, bearing 173.
And to be fair, I don't actually know whether or not that depth is legitimate. I don't know whether or not it could actually go that deep. It's possible. I don't know off the top of my head enough to be able to say whether or not it's accurate or not. And I don't know what the crush depth of the Mark 48 is. So I have no idea if there has been nerfs in that area as well for difficulty level purposes either. So where did it actually get hit? Well, it least it's running for the surface. I might be able to hit it. Yeah, that's the reactor engine area. So it should be flooding. Doesn't seem to be, but it should be.
Come left 2271, helm I.
2.6, torpedo has turned back off the Moss and reacquired me.
30 knots.
Hardly a surprise. Does seem to be going to the surface this time, though. Still doing 31 knots. Is it going to keep going up? No. Alright, so full reverse.
Turns 0 knots. Maneuvering up.
Torpedo is ready.
Console.
Torpedo away, back to flank.
Make turns 30 knots. Maneuvering up.
At the very least, while it's running at 31, it can't fire anything, so I need to keep it running. Hopefully the torpedo will acquire. Any time now, one.
Sonar. Noisemaker bearing 2.
Picked up the countermeasure, but not the submarine. Alright, hard right. Up to full on the planes.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
And ballast up full, wires broken, so torpedoes loose and unguided again.
900 feet.
And it looks like the torpedo that was going to get me has acquired the Mike's countermeasure and is turning off because of the mic. So the mic just countermeasured. The Mike's countermeasures are so powerful that it is actually countermeasuring torpedoes off of my submarine while they're engaged.
Passing 600 feet.
This mod.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 285. Come left 2326. Helm I.
Actually, no, I don't want to be anywhere in there. I want to put
Come left 234.
Mike as close to being in between. What am I talking about? That's going to catch, it's going to turn, it's going to pick, it's going to turn, and I'll have my torps on me again. That countermeasure has already pulled this torpedo off this countermeasure.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2.
That one,
8.
that one's crushed. That one's now below 2,000 whatever, so it can't be hit. My torpedo just crushed again. That one has now reacquired me. So it ignored the Mike's countermeasure that time in favor of my submarine.
Make turns 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
This is getting stupid now.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 1. Make turns 3.
This is getting real stupid now.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 179.
No, stay away from the Mike's fucking countermeasures.
Con sonar.
There's an 8,000 ton nuclear attack submarine at 30 knots
Contact is in the baffles.
that is closer. Ignore the Mike's countermeasures. For Christ's sakes. Turn it on now.
Noisemaker.
No,
bearing
crushed again.
knuckle port.
Wait, no, that didn't crush. Why didn't that crush? Why did that torpedo just die?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 1.
torpedo avoided. It's up here. Why did that torpedo just explode? Don't tell me I'm actually just getting straight up torpedo failures now for no apparent reason. I can't actually tell if that's coming from me or not at the moment. I think it is.
Passing 500 feet. Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Well, it looks like we're sending the torpedo back to it.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
This torpedo is going to crush.
Passing 900 feet.
It's acquired the mic and it's diving down after it and it's going to crush.
Passing 1,000 feet.
There it is, torpedo crushed. I think the only way I'm going to be able to stop this mic at the moment is I need to get that close to this bastard that when it comes up out of its little 4,000 foot deep hole,
Sierra 1, last bearing 188. Contact faded. Con sonar switching to active search. Con knuckle formed.
where did you go?
Make turns for. Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
There is no way it just suddenly vanished.
Regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 288. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 347.
Where the hell is it?
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
It's just gone.
Con sonar
didn't.
switching to passive search.
No, it's still alive. It's just engaged a cloaking device now and vanished from active sonar at a range of 2 kiloyards.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Who the fuck built this submarine? Batman? Or did the Soviets knock off Klingon tech? Because it's just cloaked. It's cloaked from active sensors at near point blank range. this is a new one. I've never seen the mod try and pull this shit before. Give me a 10-degree rudder. And I'm just going to circle around and see whether or not... There it is.
Bearing 039.
Oh no, it's still down at... Still down at stupid depth at the moment.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 017.
Finally. Well, I hope everybody found this to be an educational experience, at the very least. Alright, now, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one, because I don't want to accidentally sink any trawlers or anything at the moment. So, what we're going to do, current depth of this torpedo. Do we have an exact depth? No, we don't. Alright, so we're currently at around 2.5. 3,000. About 3,000 feet is the maximum depth of the Mark 48. So that's why we were popping torpedoes whenever they were going down. And that gets rid of the last active weapon.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Alright. Leave combat. Alright, so the Mike has been sunk. Another 8,000 tons to it. We have 10 Mark 48s remaining and 2 Moss along with about 10 countermeasures. So we're nearly ready to go back to Holy Lock and grab another supply. We've probably got another mission in us here, but then we're going to be running out. And we're continuing our mission still, so we just need to wait until enough time moves on. I have no idea how much time that's going to take. I don't know whether or not it'll even be before New Year's 84 into 85, but for the moment, we're just going to keep hunting. Anyways, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching. Cold Waters will be returning again very, very, very soon, and until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.